What's up, Space Pirates? I'm your captain, the delightfully debonair Dr. Disaster, and today we are going to have a look at the third and final episode of the Doctor Who 60th Anniversary Special with David Tennant, or, as I like to call him, Dr.
What the hell is even that?
This episode was pretty cringeworthy, and I warn you that if you continue watching this, your eyes may commit seppuku, because in this video, we are going to look at the cringiest moments from this episode and attempt to determine what part was the absolute cringiest, in a show written by Russell T Davies, who thinks he's better than his fans. This is to be expected, and we are going to follow up the cringe moments of episode 3 by taking a peek at a clip of Mr. Davies speaking, whereby he showcases his rotten attitude and why we are getting the sort of material that we see in the new Doctor Who.
Shut up! Oh my god, I don't care!
Yeah, nobody wants to hear from this lunatic, but he sure thinks he's some kind of preacher speaking from on high, but I'm going to dispel that notion. So put on your thinking cap and lend me your ear, because we're going to cut through all this cringe and try to make sense of the insanity.
What the hell is wrong with you people?
Alright, me hearties, make sure to like this video in order to help me defeat the evil algorithm monster, and if you haven't followed me on Twitter or X, make sure you do. My handle is Dr. Disaster 1. And now, let's dive right into the cringe-ass moments of Doctor Who's 60th Anniversary 3rd episode. This clip comes from the 14th Doctor getting ready to regenerate into the 15th.
What's happening? Could you pull?
Hey boy, pull my finger.
He looks like he's trying to take a dump. I'm struggling to remember any regeneration that was taken less seriously than this one. Usually, it's like a somber moment, because the audience is saying goodbye to an actor they've enjoyed on the screen for a while. But this whole production was nonsense. So, this regeneration sequence is nonsense as well.
Pull. Just pull each way. I don't know. Feels different this time.
As you're going to see, they are going to be pulling the 14th and 15th Doctors apart from one another so that they can coexist, and the media is playing it off like this was normal, and it explains how we could have multiple Doctors in prior episodes, and yet David Tennant explicitly states that it feels different this time.
Brilliant.
What?
That was so terrible, I think you gave me cancer!
Is it just me, or is the acting awful here?
What?
These guys make me miss the actors on the Galactic Star Cruiser. They make the Galactic Star Cruiser actors look Shakespearean by comparison. This is so uninspired, lazy, and weak. Do any of these people even want to be on this show? And now I warn you, this actually gets mildly sexual from here, with these two doctors being joined at the groin. This new actor's face looks like he's enjoying himself a little too much. Turn away if this isn't the sort of thing that you want to see in a Doctor Who episode.
You have been warned.
You're me.
I'm me. I think I'm really me. I am. Don't just stand there. Push. Push.
This is so cringe, I just can't handle it. With the looks on their faces as they're joined at the crotch, I'm trying to remember what it's called when you're aroused by yourself. A quick Google search tells me that it's called autosexuality. Doctor Who is now apparently an autophiliac. How wonderful. He truly is Dr.
What the hell is even that?
And this is to say nothing of the fact that he basically just gave birth to a grown man right out of his male parts.
Owie!
These people are spitting on us, spitting on our cultural myths, make no mistake, but this may not even be the cringiest part of episode 3. Take a look at this clip from the writer Russell T Davies.
Today, we live in a diverse society where cultural appropriation is not acceptable.
If you don't know what he's going on about, this is the original depiction of the Toymaker from 1966. He was played by Michael Gow, an obviously white dude wearing Chinese robes and clothing. Naturally, this offends the sensibilities of today's wokesters. They'll go on endlessly about cultural appropriation when it cuts in this direction, but they love it when we get depictions like this of Sir Isaac Newton, who is obviously a white man in reality. Anyhow, let's keep watching.
So the 2023 Toymaker is a white character portrayed by a white actor. However, as a way of signalling his pure evil and in acknowledgement of his past, Russell's Toymaker still has a clear and deliberate racist aspect.
What an idiot.
I want to make sure I'm getting this straight. There were several ways this could have gone. They could have cast an Asian man to match the Asian garb the character wore in the 1960s. They could have cast a white guy and put him in normal clothing. Or they could have just completely bypassed the character and gone with somebody completely new if it bothers them so much. But no, these attention-seeking clowns had to go with option number 4 in a blatantly obvious attempt to say, look at me, look at how virtuous I am. They had to cast a white man in the role and make him racist.
Why are you the way that you are?
What does that say about the basic opinions of the writer on the various races? He race swaps Sir Isaac Newton into an Indian man because he apparently thinks they're smart. He race swaps Toymaker because he thinks white folk are racist. No wonder the ratings on this thing have been awful so far. Let's watch some more.
I think you have to do it because I can absolutely guarantee you on transmission, people will pipe up saying in 1966 this was a racist character.
Honestly, every time I try to do something fun or exciting, you make it not that way.
And if we haven't acknowledged that in some way, we look ignorant. I'm very, very aware of it, and it's baked into him.
They just keep beating us over the head with this crap. Once again, if this character bothered them so much, you'd think they would just leave him out of the story. But that's what someone would do if they were actually trying to minimize harm. What a narcissist would do is take the character, highlight the bothersome parts, and use it as a means of stirring up controversy and virtue signaling because it is not a matter of what is good for society and the culture at large. The actions of people like Russell T Davies, who is quickly becoming my least favorite person in the entertainment industry, but his actions are literally meant to divide. They get off on looking down their noses at people who think differently than them. To someone like Russell, diversity is only skin deep. They don't want diversity of thought. They want a shallow, corporate-style diversity that they can use like a cudgel on anyone they perceive to be their enemy. But always remember this, folks. This is not hypocrisy. It is hierarchy. These people are developing a hierarchy where people like you and I are at the bottom. That's why we must push back at every opportunity. Thanks for watching, me hearties. If you haven't already, your captain is inviting you to subscribe to the channel and become a part of the crew. Life as a space pirate may not be glamorous, but there's always plenty of booty.